Hello, welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by and checking out my channel. My channel is all about crochet. Sometimes it's about knitting and sometimes it's about yarn, but mostly it's my life and my journey through this fantastic yarning community. Returning subscribers, thanks so much for coming back, spending a little bit of your Friday with me. We made it to the weekend. Everybody got plans for the long weekend. We did, and it's changed, and now we're going to be all about college football around here all weekend long, and I'm excited. Go Notre Dame, go Tennessee. So today, Friday, what is Fridays in Nina's world? So Fridays are all about Boggy Creek. If you're a returning subscriber, you know all about my affiliation with the Boggy Blanket Brigade and everything that goes along with that, with our drive to collect blankets for Camp Boggy Creek here in Eustis, Florida. You've all heard the pitch. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Nancy at She's Got Yarn 2, Lynette at Charm Grammy, Juan the Yarn Addict, Billy the Crafty Floridian, Jack's Creations by Jack's, Laura Mammy Me's Crochet and Farming, Jan and Alaskan Crafter. Those are the ones that pop to the top of my head, but there are more. Go check out the live from Wednesday night where we unboxed a bunch of more blankets. I will link everybody in the description box below, and I will also put a link to the video for Wednesday's unboxing so you can see what we're all about. We're collecting blankets for this camp in Eustis, Florida. It's a camp for kids that have chronic illnesses that you can't go to summer camp with kids who aren't sick, and these kids get a chance to go to camp for free. And what they get to do is they get to take a blanket home with them as part of their souvenirs. So our goal this year is to collect 2,025 blankets for 2025 when we deliver them in February. We are also collecting, well, Billy's collecting, the Crafty Floridian, she's collecting 6x6 squares that are themed, like Christmas, St. Patrick's Day, and Halloween. Go check out her channel for the specifics on that. I am collecting squares, and I will show you the ones that came in today that are 5x5, that are cute and fun and bright, and we'll talk about that when I start opening those. And then we're collecting blankets. The blankets can be knit or crocheted, woven. They need to be a specific size. They need to be a 35 to 40 inches wide, 40 to 50 inches long. You can hit that sweet spot with a 40x40 square or circle. So we ask that you make them in not natural fibers. No, not natural fiber. They need to be acrylic or cotton, something that's washable, because everything has to be, we're talking about kids, guys. Last year when we were delivering the blankets, our tour guide mentioned that the kids love bright colors. So we're pushing for bright colors this year. Bright, happy, cheerful colors. Remember, these kids, this is a souvenir memento that they get to take home with them. And every time they look at this blanket, they're going to remember their time at Camp Boggy Creek. So, more information is listed in my description box. There's some really great videos from Boggy Creek themselves. Check out everybody I listed. You can find out some more information. Nancy on her channel, she has some amazing videos of our tour the last 2 years that will just melt your heart. It's so amazing. So what I've been doing is, last year I asked everybody to send me squares, and boy, did you guys come through in spades. I am still working through the squares that I had from last year. I am putting them together. I am making at least one blanket a week. This week I made 2. I try to do them as fun, cheery, bright, colorful, exciting as I can based on what stuff I have with me. So, oh, I almost forgot to tell you, we also have the Boggy Blanket Brigade swag shop open. A link for that is listed in my description box. I got one of the items that I ordered, and I got a water bottle with the Boggy Blanket says it. All right, Boggy Blanket Brigade on it. It's just a stainless steel water bottle. It's currently empty because I need to wash it because it just got here. But you know, we have t-shirts, we have sweatshirts, we have long sleeve t-shirts. There are stickers and tote bags, water bottles and coffee mugs, you know, all the things. So if you want to be a part of the Boggy Blanket Brigade and just don't want to have to send a blanket, buy some merchandise. All the proceeds from this tea shop go directly to Boggy Creek. Nobody affiliated with the Boggy Blanket Brigade touches the money. It goes straight from the Teespring shop directly to Boggy Creek once we've hit a threshold. So we don't even touch that money. It goes straight to them. So nice and easy, lemon squeezy, we're good. So anyway, what else do we need to, oh, so I like a sidetrack squirrel. It's Friday. It's a weekend. It's my birthday weekend. Well, actually my birthday's on Tuesday, but I count the whole weekend as my birthday. Always have since I was born September 3rd. Usually Labor Day weekend is my birthday, and I take full advantage of the whole weekend. It's the Virgo in me. Anyway, so I have 2 blankets to show you, but I do have an addition. I gotta put my little monster back. He fell down. I have to show you something. My husband, my dear husband, pointed out to me on Wednesday when I showed you my finished corner to corner blanket that is going to Boggy Creek, that I didn't put a heart on it. Now, since about the 2nd week of the drive last year, when I was asking for squares, one of you wonderful people sent me a square, or a bunch of squares that had hearts on them. And I said, from that point on, every blanket that leaves my house for Boggy Creek will have a heart on it somewhere. And some have more than one. And I finished this corner to corner blanket and I didn't put a heart on it. And my husband pointed that out to me and said, get a heart on it. So I just want to show you, I put a heart on it. So my corner to corner blanket that I did in the Premier Butterfly yarn, which I love, does now have a heart on it. Thank you, Maynard, for pointing that out to me. It's done. So the other 2 blankets that I did this week, I took some of the not quite right size. I had a basket full of them that were too small, a basket full of them that were too big, and I took them and I put them in blankets. So these squares were a little bit bigger than a 5x5, but I still used them, right? We still have these beautiful teals and purples and burgundies, and I sewed a star there, and here's the heart up here. And this one I double edged this. I grabbed some of the blue yarn that I sewed the squares together with, and I had a little bit of scraps of Forever Fleece Finer, the thinner weight one. I held those 2 together and just kind of did a thicker border all the way around with them marled together. So I thought that was kind of cool. It gives a little bit of texture, a little bit of fun. I mean, you can see the nice colors. Look at this one here. We got some pretty colors here. Check this one here. So fun, bright-ish. This one isn't as bright as I normally go, but you know what? We had these. Somebody will like this blanket. It's soft, it's squishy, and it is pretty big. So there is that one. And then the second one I did is I took the teeny squares, the squares that were way smaller. These are about 3.5 to 4 inches. So I took a bunch of those and I made a center section, and then I just went around with the bright orange, green, and yellow to put a granny square border on. We have smiley face in that corner. And what else do we have on here? I know there's another smiley face in this corner. And somewhere on here, I know there's a heart. Here we go. And we have a heart right there. So this blanket is just bright and sunshiny and fun to look at. And so we did, with all the little squares, we made a bigger blanket. So those are the blankets that I made this week. The drive itself, after the first month, then we started this on August 1st, the actual collecting of blankets, we're up to 365 blankets. So, and that's not including any of the blankets that I've made, except I think I've showed 12, but I still have a bunch of blankets that I have been making since February, stacked in the closet, that eventually I'll get a chance to show when things slow down a little bit, that will be added to that total. So we're on our way, you guys. So if you want to, if you live where it's financially sound to send them to Juan in Delaware, you can do that, or you can send them to Florida, to Nancy. We will love to take any blanket you have off your hands. You do not have to be, you don't have to have granny squares. It can be any blanket you want. As a matter of fact, our dear Laura, Lala, Bad Mimi from Bad Mimi's Crochet and Farming, she has put out a challenge. For those of you who were in the chat on Wednesday, you saw her double dog, triple dog dare, however she worded it, to make a Boggy blanket that does not use the granny stitch at all. Something different. Use the corner to corner. Use a ripple stitch. Use something that's not granny. So, you know, start using your imagination. We also had a couple of designers come up with some new blankets. We have Trish, Mama Swift. She has a beautiful blanket. Jaxie, Creations by Jack. She has a couple, 2 or 3 blankets that are amazing. Judy from Judy's Creations and Crochet, she came up with another really beautiful blanket. Angela from My Precious Yarnery has gotten some. I know there are other podcasters out there who are working on getting their designs done and tutorials worked out. Juan has his new Squiggle Wiggle one. Have you seen that one? There's a lot of ideas out there. So I will link the playlist. Lynette at Charm Grammy has put together a playlist of everybody who has put together a specific Boggy blanket tutorial. I will link that also in my description box so that you can check out all the different ideas, get some inspiration for making some really fun blankets for the kids. So finally today, we are going to open 2 packages of Boggy Creek squares. I'm asking for you to send me 5x5 squares that are fun and bright. And remember, white is a bright color, although it's not a color, but you know what I mean. So this first one comes from Joan in Delron, New Jersey. Thank you, Joan. Let's see if there's a card. Advice from a butterfly. Let your true color show. Take yourself lightly. Look for the sweetness in life. Take time to smell the flowers, catch a breeze, and treat yourself like a monarch. Just a few squares for Boggy blankets. I hope you can use them. Thanks for all you do for the kids, Joan. I'm sure. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Treat yourself like a butterfly. Yes, ma'am. So I am positive, Joan, that I will be able to use these squares. Ooh, yes, ma'am. Oh, absolutely. Look at these, you guys. This is what I'm talking about. So she's tied these together. Look at this with the different colors of the heart on there. Isn't that fun? I love that. And we've got circle to square and just some bright, fun colors. Here's a couple more with hearts on them. I love that. And then we've got some neons in the yellow and the pink and the green and the orange. These are so much fun, and they will definitely add a fun pop to the blankets. And the last bag I have today comes from Orange Park, Florida. It doesn't have Natalie. So Natalie from Orange Park, Florida, which I don't think is too far away from me. I think that's down Orlando way, right? I'm still trying to figure out Florida. I'm an Indiana girl. I can tell you just about anywhere in Indiana. Florida, I'm still trying to figure it out. Okay, let's see. Is there a note? There's a note. Lynanne and the Boggy Blanket Brigade. It's a cute thank you card. Excuse me. Hi, Lynanne and the Boggy and the rest of the Boggy Blanket Brigade. When I watched your videos, I was struck by your statement. Every blanket goes home with out of your home with a heart on it. This statement inspired me to go on a granny square pattern hunt. Enclosed a few heart granny squares to add to your blankets. I had to modify the patterns to get them to 5 by 5. I hope they fit. My husband has participated in the Boggy Blanket motorcycle ride to Boggy Creek, their annual drive as well. Getting involved again has been fun. I sent 2 blankets to Nancy as well. Thank you, Nancy, Lynette, Juan, and Lynanne for all you're doing. Sincerely, Natalie. Natalie, I love that idea of that motorcycle ride. Unfortunately, I just read on Boggy's website 2 or 3 weeks ago, they had the 30th annual motorcycle drive, but it was the last one. How sad is that? They've raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. But anyway, I'm sure there's a reason. So, oh, look at this. It's the puff stitch in a heart. Love that in the orange. And here's some green. I love that. Love those. And we've got, these are beautiful. With the variegated. Oh, I love, love, love that. We got another one. Here's some more with the puff stitch. How fun. These kids will get that textured feeling. Love those. Let's see what else we got it. Oh, I love the variegated one. Look at that. And we got that one and a purple one. And those are perfect. Every blanket has a heart just to show they were made with that little bit of extra love with them. So I appreciate you sending all of the heart squares. They definitely will add a great touch to any blanket. So you guys, that's it. I'm going to let you get back to your weekend. Hope everybody has a fantastic time this weekend. Stay safe. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, and remember to give yourself some grace. But above all, be kind to everyone, and we'll talk to you on Monday. Have a great weekend.